Assalamu alaikum and very good noon, everybody.
Walaikum assalam. Thank you.
How are you, Madiha?
I'm good. Thank you, sir. How about you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very good. So, how is the weather back there in Lahore?
It's very severe today. It's raining since last night, but right now it has been stopped.
So, like, you live in the center of the Lahore, or you live, outside the Lahore?
You can say it's center of Lahore, Johor town.
So, it's very populated, I think so.
Yes, overpopulated.
Uh-huh. Overly populated. All right. Okay. So, how was your day today? Like,
It
at
was
what time did you up? Just share from the very beginning. Like, how did it
okay.
start and how is it going so far?
Okay. Uh, I generally wake up around 5 o'clock in the morning. Then I get ready uh, for my work, which starts at 7:30 on daily basis, and then I go on work. Then I return from work around 12 or 12:15. It was slightly busy today because we are going to plan some extra activities for Montessori students at the school setup.
All right. Okay. So, I have seen your activities which you have done previously.
Yes.
Like, you were going through listening a lot, isn't it?
Mm, yes.
All right. So please share your experience in terms of when you are doing the listening, and there were some things which you have marked specifically so that I could
Mm,
answer it. So will you please
yes.
just say it again? Can you please
Should
just
I
tell,
share?
no, no, you don't have to share. You just tell me.
Okay. 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 I experienced almost five master classes, which contains two further subclasses. I experienced there was a mistake which was marked by AI. Uh, I mentioned 24-hour helpline, and the answer was the same, but they incorrected my answer, or they just false it, make mark it false. Could you please
Mhm.
explain what was the issue in that answer?
I tell you. Like,
Mm,
there are going to be some of the tests or the activities where you are going to find such strange things. But it
mm,
is not that often, like only, like one question or two questions in every 10 activities or in every, five activities, something. It is
mm,
not like that much concerning, like you get focused on to one or two questions specifically. It sometimes
mm,
happens, because of the errors in the system, errors in the software, or mistakes in the activities. But it generally doesn't affect the whole test, actually, the whole test, yeah.
mm.
So it happens sometime, but you don't have to be worrying that much about it as of
Okay.
yet, yeah. All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
So
One more thing.
what? Hmm.
Uh, the instruction was answer should not be more than three words, and I filled the blanks with state of art. But they
Hmm.
incorrected the answer and they mentioned the answer as state of the art. It contains four words, and they have mentioned not more than three words.
Let me see. Wait a minute. Yeah, the same thing which I have explained to you earlier. Yeah, it's the same, like the typing error or the test error in the portal or something. So
Okay.
it may happen, so it is one of that. Another mistake
Mm,
which I've seen, like 24-hour or 24-hour helpline, you have said it. So
mm,
like it is not a typing error, but it is
mm,
actually the answer was incorrect. You should have answered 24-hour or 24-hour helpline instead of 24-hour helpline. So there should be a hyphen in between
okay.
4 hour. Yeah.
Mm,
So
okay.
that was the mistake of the hyphen, not the
Mm,
mistake in terms of like you have answered it incorrectly. Okay. So like in the previous sessions, Madiha, we were talking about listening activities. We have
yes.
done a lot of practice of it as well. We have tried to understand the
Yes.
structure of it and so much so.
Mm,
And obviously, you
yes.
were provided up with many different tips and tricks and strategies,
Yes.
time management sorts of
Yes.
things, which I have actually shared with you. So
Mm,
today's session is going to be about IELTS general reading, and obviously the format would be the same. Like we will be starting by understanding the structure of the examination, the duration of the examination, and obviously proceeding further in discussing the different sections, I mean the subsections
mm,
of it, along with different tips and tricks later on. So first thing first, as you can see right up on your screen, let me share it. Wait a minute. All right. So can you see something on your screen?
yes. Master rights reading.
Uh, Yeah, exactly. So you are just going to be reading the general one. You just skip the academic one, please.
Okay. General reading. The general reading section focuses on everyday English in various contexts. It includes articles, advertisements, and notices aiming to test your ability to understand common practical language in real life situations.
Yeah, exactly. So what does that mean? That it focuses on everyday English. Everyday
Mm,
English means like the topics which are being discussed on everyday basis.
mm, okay. I think you have some internet connection issue today. The screen is blank.
Yeah, I'm back. So, like, there is going to be a lot of disruption in
Yes.
in today's class because of the badness of
Okay.
the internet, we can say. So, I
Okay.
hope that you can bear with it. Anyways, so I was saying that it's about the general reading. General reading is like you can say sorts of advertisements, sorts of memos, you can say the activities or the things which we normally find in everyday context. Like there can be articles, there can be advertisements, there can be notices, like memos, like normally which are in the offices. So these are going to be like our everyday activities being discussed in IELTS general reading task. Yeah. So they are comparatively easier if you compare it with the academic. Because in the academic activities, in the academic reading, it is completely of academic nature. That means like the topics related to physics, chemistry, biology, psychology, etc., etc. But in terms of general reading, it only consists of everyday situations. So, what is the duration of this whole examination? I mean, the reading one is 60 minutes. Like it's the double of the time of the listening, you can see it. Like in listening, we were only given 30 minutes. But in
Yes.
terms of general reading, we are given 60 minutes as a whole to complete it. And obviously, there are going to be different subsections in there as well. Like there are going to be three subsections. In listening, there were four subsections. In reading, now there are
Three.
three
Three.
subsections. Okay? So now
Yes.
we are going to understand that what are the key features of these general reading. Key features I mean to say that what you are going to expect in general reading. So Madina, that's in front of you. Will you please read it,
Yes.
read up aloud, and then I will be explaining to you.
Understanding general reading. The key features are real life text, three simple sections, variety of questions. Real life text. The passages are based on everyday materials like ads, guides, forms, and notices reflecting real world situations. Three simple sections. It includes three sections: short functional text, workplace focused materials, and one longer general interest passage. Variety of questions. You will face multiple formats like matching true, false, not given, sentence completion, and short answer questions.
Yeah. So number one is like the
Real life.
passages are based on everyday materials as we see in advertisements in the newspapers, in different sorts of magazines. There can be different sorts of guides, like like for example, if we purchase a mobile phone, if we purchase any machinery, so inside the box there is a manual, the manual
Yes.
which says like how to use it. The same is the case
Instructions.
with
Yes.
the, yeah, instruction manual, you can say. Or there can be different sorts of forms or notices, like so these are the things which are real world situations or the real world scenarios which you will come across in IELTS general reading. So they are very easier to grasp. You can say in other words, yeah, they are very easier to grasp. You just have to pay attention to the instructions. You have to pay attention to the details uh, which are there in the reading. Sections are quite simpler, like they are short functional text. Functional text means like the text which are which are comprehensible, which are understandable. They are word related and they have the general interest in it. General interest means like they can be understood by different people from different walks of life. Like you do not necessarily have to be having technical knowledge to understand it. For example, if you are given a passage related to physics, chemistry, or biology, so most probably, most of the public they won't understand it. Yeah, until unless they
Yes.
have the knowledge about that particular subject. But in terms of general reading things, they are very general in nature, so that everybody could understand it. Like the topics which are being discussed in. And obviously, there are going to be variety of questions, and most of the questions they are the same which we have discussed in the listening, like multiple choice questions, true and false, or such. Yeah, and obviously, we are
Okay.
going to be discussing more about it, in the next slide. So, what we are going to be expecting in the general reading test. So, this is what we are expecting. I have already explained it to you, like real life facts, like public notices, advertisements, and different sorts of signs which we encounter in everyday life. There can be workplace situations like job descriptions, company policies, general correspondence which we have in the work-related activities. And the language is quite practical and
Okay.
simpler. Why is that so? Because it is meant for the general public. I mean, like the common people. So if they are going to be making the language harder, so the general public or the common people, they are not going to understand it. So now we are going to discuss all of these different questions one by one, like what exactly they are and how we are going to answer them. So yes, please.
Question types in the reading test. Number one is multiple choice. Choose the correct answer from a list of options. The questions may ask for specific details or the main idea, testing your ability to understand and interpret information. Number two, true, false, not given. Decide whether the statements agree with the information in the passage, true, contradicted, false, or if the information is missing, means not given. Number three, matching headings. You need to match headings to the appropriate paragraphs by understanding the key point of each paragraph. This tests your ability to identify the main idea quickly. Number four is sentence completion. Complete sentences by filling uh, in the blanks with words or phrases directly from the text. This text your understanding. This tests your understanding of context and your ability to locate information.
Yeah, exactly. So when we are talking about the first type of activity, which is obviously very common to us, we have already done it. It is multiple choice. Yeah, like there is a statement, and just under the statement there are four options, and we are just
Hmm.
picking the right option
Hmm.
according to the question. Yeah. So now
Hmm.
moving on to the second one, that is true, false, and not given. This is this is a question where most of the students they get confused in it. So I hope that you will understand it in the first instance. Like true means a statement which is true according to the author's point of view or whatever he is written in there. It is as the author is saying it, as the author is writing it. That is true.
Hmm.
But in terms of false, if the statement is contradicting,
Hmm.
like if it is opposite to what the author is saying, it is
Hmm.
opposite to what the author is saying, what the author is mentioning, so that is going to be considered false.
Hmm.
Now, when we talk about not given, if you remember, not given means something or any idea or any thought which the author or the writer did not even discuss it, did not even mention it, did not even talk about it.
Hmm.
Like he did not even
Okay.
touch that, he did not even touch that thought, he did not even touch that particular idea in the
Hmm.
reading. So your understanding, your personal understanding of the reading doesn't matter here. Here you have to keep this thing in your mind that you have to stick to the author's point of view,
Hmm.
whatever the author is writing in it, and you have to understand it, and you have to stick to his point of view. So this is the difference between true, false, and not given. False is opposite, and not given means which the author did not talk about, which the author did not
Hmm.
speak about or write about.
Hmm.
The next thing is matching headings. Now remember, like any passage has a central main idea, and under that central main idea of the passage, each paragraph has its own main idea, which connects with the central main idea. Are you getting the point of view?
Yes.
Yeah. One is the central main idea, we can say central idea, yeah? And just under the central idea, there are many main ideas written down under the different paragraphs. Yeah. So each paragraph has its own main idea. So when we talk about main idea is existent in the first few sentences of that specific paragraph. For example, if you want to find out the main idea of paragraph 1, 2, 3, or something, so it is going to be there in the first few sentences of that particular paragraph. This is where you have to locate it because main idea means what this whole paragraph is talking about. And central idea means what this whole passage is talking about. This is matching heading. So, like as heading is written in a statement, not exactly in the same way which you will find in the reading, but in a paraphrase manner, and you need to tell that this information is located. This heading or this main idea is related to this paragraph. So all the paragraphs in the passage they will be marked with A, B, C, D, E, F. So you need to be telling this heading goes with that particular paragraph. This heading goes with that particular paragraph. So that's how you are going to answer it. I hope that you understand this one.
Yes.
Is it completely understood in terms of
Yes.
matching heading?
Yes.
Okay. Sentence completion is just like fill in the blanks. A statement or a sentence is written and there is a blank space in the middle of it and you're just putting an appropriate word. And obviously you will be picking it up from the reading. Yeah. So now moving on to next four types of questions. Yes, Matiya.
सर डिस्टॉर्शन बहुत ज़्यादा वॉइस में.
Yes, Matiya. Now it's okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So now next four types of questions are there.
Okay. Number fifth is summary completion. Fill in missing words in a summary of the passage using information from the text. This checks your ability to identify important details and key points. Number six is matching information. Match specific pieces of information, facts or details to sections in the passage. Uh, visible नहीं है sir. Number six is not visible to me. Okay. Uh, this tests your ability to locate and match detailed facts with corresponding information. Number seven is diagram labeling. Label parts of a diagram or map based on information provided in the text. This tests your ability to visualize and connect information to specific locations or features. Number eight is short answer questions. Provide brief answers to questions using words or phrases from the passage. This tests your ability to find specific details and articulate them clearly.
Yes. So summary completion is just like fill in the blanks, but it is
Hmm.
the summary of the passage we can say. So the summary is written and that summary has many fill in the blanks in it. So you need to be picking the word from the reading according to its appropriateness and filling out that short paragraph you can say written down in a summary way you can say. Yeah.
Hmm.
The summary
Okay.
communication is just like a small, a small paragraph, a short paragraph consisting of many fill in the blanks in it.
Hmm.
Then moving on to
Okay.
matching information. So matching information, this is again needs to be heard very carefully. Information can be located anywhere in the paragraph. Information can be anywhere in the paragraph. So now the information is paraphrased in the question and you need to locate that this information is present in that specific paragraph like A, B, C, D, E, F. Earlier, I have explained to you matching headings. There, I have told you that headings
Information.
are normally in the first few sentences of paragraph. But in terms of matching information, that information can be anywhere in the paragraph. So
Okay.
you need to locate it.
Hmm.
Then diagram labeling. Diagram labeling is just like we have done this type of activity in the listening, I think so.
Yeah.
Like the first or the second listening was about diagram labeling. A diagram was
Hmm.
given and you need to label it up like this thing is that, this thing is that, and this thing is that. And then short answer question. This was again the question which we have done in the listening part. It was like, a question is written and you need to answer it in not more than 2 words or 3 words.
Okay.
So you need to be paying attention to, you
Hmm.
can say, instructions as well. So now the instructions are written right in front of you on the computer screen. Yeah. So obviously there are going to be many other things. But before moving on to it, we have to move to our portal. So yes, Nadina, please share your portal with us. Yeah. So now you have to be going on to IELTS general reading.
Okay.
Yes, please open it.
Part one.
All right. So before moving on to start now, now you can see I have told you that there are going to be three sections. So now
Hmm.
the three sections are right in front of you. Each one contains specific questions like 14 in one, 14 in second, and
Hmm.
12 in the third one. So difficulty is just like listening. Like part one is going to be very easy. Then moving on to part two, it will be little complicated, and part three will be the most complicated one in it.
Hmm.
Part one
Okay.
is, everyday life related. Part two is related to work, and part three is obviously is challenging, so it's again going to be related to work. So that's how they are being, set on the difficulty level. So as we can see right up on the computer screen that altogether in three parts there are going to be 40 questions. Yeah.
Hmm.
And
Yes.
you are given 60 minutes to complete it. But in terms of time management, I will share these things later on. But at this moment, we have to understand that what exactly is the format of the examination, what exactly is the structure of the examination, what types of readings which we are going to face in the examination. This is our main objective at this moment. Yeah? So you have to select all the three parts, please, and please start now. All right, Maria. So you have to just keep scrolling. Now you have to listen very, very carefully. These are the things which are going to be very helpful for you when you are onto reading activities. So the first thing, if any reading activity is shown at you, any reading activity is given to you, the first thing which you will see that is going to be the title of the reading. That is the central idea of the reading. This is what you will see. And immediately you will read it, and your brain is automatically going to process what you may expect in the next paragraph, or what may be written under this central idea. So how to become a successful crime writer. So by just reading this title, my brain has started, thinking about like what I am going to be expecting in the next few paragraphs based upon this title. So this will be about, like where the writer is going to be presenting, or he is going to be writing about becoming a crime writer. And he may be sharing suggestions, he may be sharing tips and tricks, he may be sharing, strategies to become a crime writer or something. Yeah. And if you scroll a little up, and there is an image as well. You scroll up. Yes. So now you can see, you can see a typewriter in there, and a page is in it. So both of these two things are important. Sometimes in some activities you will see only a title written, I mean the
Mm.
central idea written, and sometimes you will not only see central idea written but also an image. So both of these two things are important for you. Okay. So this is the first
Okay.
thing which you will do if any reading activity is given. So now the second thing is that you will be jumping onto the question, and you will do all the things which I have instructed you, which I have guided you in the listening part. Like you will read the question and highlight, underline key ideas, key details related to dates, numbers, proper nouns, words based upon their importance, or words based upon their emphasis in the sentence. So you will do all of these things. This is your
Okay.
step two. So step one
Mm.
is reading the title or reading the image of the passages, and then
Mm.
step two is reading the questions and highlighting, underlining important details in the question. So
Mm.
that is step two. Step three is going back to the reading and reading the passages, and along with reading the passages, you will answer the questions at the same time. If you find the answer of
Okay.
any question, so you will answer it accordingly. So I
Mm.
did not give you any sorts of tips and tricks or different strategies in terms of time management at this moment. I just want you to get used to these sorts of reading in
So there is a lot of distortion in the voice.
observing you very, very keenly that how you are doing it. And then obviously we are going to move on to yes. So I will be observing you very, very keenly that how you are doing it. And then obviously we are going to move on to our next part. So, Madhya, am I audible to you? Am I audible to you, Madhya? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Madhya?
Yes, sir. वॉइस डिस्टॉर्शन बहुत ज़्यादा है.
All right, Madhya. So I have given you this activity. You are going to do it. There are going to be two sections.
Madiha, you have to share your
Yes.
screen with me again.
I have done section 1.
All right. So for each section, you will be given 20 minutes. Okay. So
Okay.
for the next section, again 20 minutes. For the third section, 20 minutes. Try to do it in that
Okay.
way.
Okay.
All right. So you finished, Madiha?
Yes, I am
All
finished.
right. So without scrolling down, so now you can see like this is your initial band score at this moment. So
Yes,
please share your experience or share your observations because you have gone through this reading for the very first time in this session in this
yes.
class. So please, I want to hear your experience.
As it was my first experience with the reading class, it is a tricky portion, you can say. There are a lot of words which I read for the first time. I think I have to improve my vocabulary a lot.
And how about the difficulties and challenges which you come across in all of these three sections?
Uh, I think it is a challenging section for me right now.
And which section did you find most challenging or most difficult?
It was the third section. The second and third both are equally difficult.
Uh-huh. So the one thing which you have already answered that you have to be reading more and more to get
Mhm,
used to these difficult vocabulary terms. But
mhm,
Madiha, keep this thing in your mind that contextual understanding is more important than having a wordly understanding of
mhm,
something. That
mhm,
means to say that, like for example, if you come across any difficult word and you do not know the meaning of, then in that case you have to be understanding the contextual and the contextual meaning of that
mhm,
sentence or that passage.
mhm,
Sometimes if we understand something contextually, it happens that we understand the sentence or what actually the writer wants to say or what the author wants to say in it. So we can actually predict the meaning of any
mhm,
particular word.
mhm,
This is the one thing you have to be keeping in your mind.
mhm,
The next thing is that which I have observed. देखिए, जब मैंने आपको लिसनिंग की एक्टिविटी करवाई थी और उसके साथ साथ जब आज की रीडिंग की एक्टिविटी करने से पहले जब मैंने इसका फॉर्मेट और स्ट्रक्चर आपको एक्सप्लेन किया था, उस टाइम मैंने ये कहा था कि आपने क्वेश्चंस के अंदर जो कीवर्ड्स हैं या जो इम्पोर्टेंट डिटेल्स हैं उनको हाईलाइट करना है, एंड यू हैव कंप्लीटली फॉरगॉट टू डू इट सो
mhm.
इन द क्लासरूम एक्टिविटी टुडे. इस चीज़ को
Yes.
जहन में रखेंगे कि ये जो हाईलाइटिंग की जो एक्टिविटी है इट इज़ गोइंग टू बी डन इन ऑल द 4 मॉड्यूल्स. किसी में कम करेंगे, किसी में ज़्यादा करेंगे. लिसनिंग रीडिंग के अंदर ज़्यादा करते हैं क्योंकि हमें ज़्यादा इन्फॉर्मेशन गैदर करनी होती है. राइटिंग के अंदर कम करेंगे जब उन चीज़ों को डिस्कस करेंगे. इसी तरीके से स्पीकिंग के अंदर भी कम होती है. सो यू हैव कंप्लीटली लॉस्ट ट्रैक ऑफ इट, जिसकी वजह
Mhm.
से आपको आंसर की लोकेशन के हवाले से
Yes.
आपको बहुत ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम
Mhm.
सामना करना पड़ा है. एंड ऑब्वियसली वी आर गोइंग टू बी डिस्कसिंग ऑल ऑफ दीज सच थिंग्स इन द नेक्स्ट सेशन इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास to be making your reading more efficient, to be making more reading to be more objectiveful. So now the next three readings are going to be your homework, and
Okay.
obviously the scorecard is for you to self-analyze your mistakes in there. Like you if you scroll down a little, please go to review and explanation section on the same screen. There you see. you can actually take help from this section to be locating your right answers, and
Hmm.
it can help you up in terms of like where you have done it wrong. इसी के ऊपर जरा स्क्रॉल करके इधर नीचे आएंगे, ये जो आंसर वाला सेक्शन है इसमें लोकेट करेंगे जी अपने आंसर को, एक्सप्लेन क्योंकि फॉल्स है ना, तो इसके अंदर
Hmm.
लोकेट तो नहीं होगा, एक्सप्लेन होगा, एक्सप्लेन पे क्लिक करेंगे. Now it is explaining you why that was false or why that was not given or why it is true. So you
Hmm.
have to study it very carefully, okay, because it will help you to for a better understanding about your examination, or how the examiner is checking you, I mean how the AI is evaluating you.
Hmm.
Okay, so leaving you up
Okay.
with three of the reading activities, and obviously you know the drill that you have to share the screenshots of the scorecard. All right, Madiya. So
All
that's it for
right.
today. All right. So
Thank
take
you.
care of yourself. Have a very good day. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you. Allah Hafiz.